Something down just to make sure I say it the right way. Um, let's see. The opportunity to play for the New York Giants was truly a dream come true, and I'm extremely grateful to the Mara and Tisch families for the chance to play here. The Giants are truly a first-class organization, and I have nothing but genuine respect and appreciation for the people who have built it and who helped carry on that tradition. I've met so many special people and created relationships that will truly last a lifetime. Thank you to all my teammates, coaches, and staff that have done so much for me these past 6 years. There have been some great times, but of course, we all wish there had been more of those. I take full responsibility for my part in not bringing more wins. No one wanted to win more games worse than me, and I gave everything I had on the field and in my preparation. Of course, this season has been disappointing for all, and of course, I wish I could have done more. I'm 100% accountable for my part. I did not play well enough consistently enough to help the team get the results. The reality of the NFL is it's hard to win games and requires consistent performance from everyone involved. We didn't do that well enough, so the idea to change something happens, and I understand. I love the game. I love being part of a team. I'm excited for the next opportunity and know that there's a lot of good football in front of me, and I'm excited about that. To all the fans, I have deep respect and appreciation for your passion and love for the Giants. The fans are a huge part of what makes playing for the Giants so special.
So that's Daniel Jones. He was released today. So likely for this, if he stays in the NFL, he most likely will be a backup quarterback, and that's how it's looking. So go ahead, Ronnie. What's your take on the New York Giants finally releasing Daniel Jones? And what do you see in the future of the New York Giants? Do you think they're going to draft a quarterback? So I think we're going to have a top 5 pick next year when it comes to the draft. So what do you see that what the New York Giants going to do?
Now that, but shout out to Crime Prince that's also in the building. Long time no see, my brother. Great to see you. Daniel Jones wasn't a great quarterback for the Giants. I don't even think he fits the Giants organization. That's why they let him go. He only averaged about 180 a game, rushing yards about 30 rush a game. And you saw Jordan, they were this close going to the playoff. Well, I think what, like 2 years ago, and that was it. Like they underperformed. People fail to realize quarterbacks are like quote unquote one of the highest paid athletes, but yet they've been doing the less performance. Now, Patrick Mahomes, to me, I think he's the only one that's really shining. But right now, he's kind of rocky a little bit. But he's the only one that's really performing. He took his team to the Super Bowl and he's winning. So, and won championships. Someone like, Daniel Jones, who also got paid very well, underperformed, unacceptable. I think the Giants organization did the right thing. They let him go, and they're gonna pick somebody else in the draft who they see fit for that team. It's sad to say because I don't like to see when quarterback get let go or released. It hurts their spirit because now they gotta look for another team that's willing to pick him on. But he did. He was underperforming. Some people would say he was trash. 180, especially you got one of the fastest receiver right now on your team. Like, come on now. Giants are gonna do better. Remember, they legendary because Elon. Like for example, Elon Manning when he was over there, you saw that Elon Manning was normally average about 200 yards a game, but you saw he took his team where he needed to take the team. That's how a quarterback is supposed to run. They're gonna do what they got to do. And next step is gonna be the coaching staff. The Giants it's terrible. It's terrible. Shout out to those that are all Giants fans, but I know the Giants fans right now they're very disappointed with how the Giants running this season alone. Go right ahead.
So I have certain metrics the way I judge quarterbacks and players. For a quarterback, you either have the physical ability or you have the strategic ability. Now, a beloved brother in Baltimore, has the physical ability. He's able to run the ball. He's doing all these little tricks. And then you got Tom
Yeah.
Brady. Tom Brady was a mastermind when it comes to throwing plays. He probably didn't have the best arm, and that's just my opinion. But when it came to best plays, same thing with Eli Manning. Eli Manning a lot of people would say he wasn't like a Hall of Famer quarterback. He became that after he won them Super Bowls, but we never heard of him. But strategically, he knew how to play the game, knew how to run the plays front and back. He understands the fundamentals. This guy here doesn't have the physical ability. and he doesn't have the strategic mindset to run the plays. I don't know if he was just off. I didn't think he understands some of the stuff, and I'm talking about with his stats. Even a Tua played better than him. You feel me trying to say?
No, but he don't fit the team. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like he just don't fit the team. He need to
Oh,
go to a team that fits him. Go ahead.
was it you or Jordan that says that you got to build the team around the quarterback? I don't know if it was one of y'all that said that.
It sounds like
Yeah.
Jordan more likely.
It was one of y'all that said that, and I honestly agree with you on that. I think when you insert a quarterback who comes from a certain playing style from a certain coach, and that's another thing too. These kids are leaving coaches who had them on a certain strict regiments, and they come in with new coaching styles that doesn't fit.
Yep, that's
And
a fact. Yep.
so we have to see it from that point. Go ahead, brother.
Personally, for me, I'm gonna go back to where he was drafted at number 6. To me, looking him back in college at Duke, he looked like a third round or a fourth round type of quarterback. But the Giants thought he was a first round pick, which I have no idea who drafted him at the number 1 pick. His 6 years, he's been below average, And the thing is about it, you had Saquon Barkley majority of your time in your career as the New York Giants. But even though Saquon, he was hurt in some seasons, and there was a time they went to the playoffs 2 years ago, and they beat the Minnesota Vikings, got their first playoff win and everything. And that's when he got his $160 million, $40 million a year. They paid him, but to me, he wasn't the best player on the team. The best player was on the team was Saquon Barkley, and they did not pay Saquon Barkley. Now you see Saquon Barkley in the Philadelphia Eagles, and he's looking fantastic. He might be first.
Facts.
He might be first pro to me because, like
Yep.
I say, to me, Saquon Barkley, he was your best player. It wasn't Daniel Jones. It was Saquon Barkley. Now they're paying for it, and they see how Saquon Barkley doing so well. They had to release Daniel Jones because you look at his production this year. If you look at the production of Saquon's having a way better production with the Philly than Daniel Jones him as a quarterback. So I don't know the reason why they didn't pay Saquon Barkley first and not Daniel Jones, but it cost them. It cost them this year. That's why I see Daniel Jones is gone. And the thing is, like, they got Malik Neighbors, which to me, he looks like the best, even though Marvin Harrison Jr. back in Arizona, he's good. Malik Neighbors, he stands out. When you watch him on TV, he stands out. And Malik Neighbors is going to be a top quality receiver. But the thing is, you can't get him open. And with Daniel Jones, when it comes to him, passing the ball, he can't. When it comes to man-to-man coverage, he can't throw in tight windows like that. He can't. And the thing is, the coach that he has, I do like Brian Daboll. Brian Daboll, who was the offensive coordinator for the Bills with Josh Allen, and Josh Allen had well, not this year, but Josh Allen was really, really good with Brian Daboll, and that's why the New York Giants hired Brian Daboll. And I think that the Giants is going to keep him because they run through coaches. They had 2 other coaches that coached them 2 or 3 years, and then they fired him. So I think they're gonna keep the coach. Daniel Jones, to me, he's like to be a backup unless there's a team out there, which I really can't think of, and say, hey, if he could be a quality starter for us, I like, because like I said, Daniel Jones, he's an athlete now. He can run the ball, but to me, throwing the ball like that, he can't really go deep like that. So if an offensive coordinator coach can see they can do something with him, hey, be my guest. But how I'm looking at Daniel Jones, he might just be a backup quarterback, for most of the league, which is still a good thing. Daniel Jones, he got his money. He got his $40 million. He's going to get paid this year, next year. So he got his money. So he's set for life. So it's likely Daniel Jones might be a backup quarterback, stay in the league the next 4 or 5 years. Hey, that's cool. That's cool. That's still successful. But Daniel Jones in New York, it was a disaster. Especially playing in New York, it was just a disaster. And it cost the New York Giants. It definitely cost them. So they definitely get a top five pick next year. I won't be surprised if they get a quarterback, Shedeur Sanders from Colorado, baby. It might happen. but we're gonna wait and see. That's my take on that.
No, not only that, but shout out to J Hub that's also in the building. He made a good point. He said that wide receiver was their best player. He was. I think his name was Malik, if I'm not mistaken. I think
Yeah,
it was
Malik
Malik.
Nabers, he's the best. He's a beast.
Better. He was averaging about like 80 yards a game, and he wouldn't even throw him the ball. Don't say
Oh,
Daniel Jones is just not the quarterback for the Giants. I'm sorry, he's just not. And like Jordy made a good point when it came to Saquon Barkley. Like you saw, like how he's doing it right now, rushing over 100 yards a game
or he's first team
over there.
all pro.
That's incredible. But High made a good point too. He said bad team and owners destroying young quarterbacks. They are.
Yep. Yep.
They are. They prime example. Look what's going on with Jerry Jones and Dak Prescott. That they just coming in destroying young quarterbacks. So it is what it is. But let's see how it goes this Sunday. I think Giants are playing. I just want to see how that's gonna happen. With the new, I think they got a new starting quarterback. He's a rookie, of course. He's a rookie. But let's see how he does on an opening game for New York Giants. So let's see him being gone. He's gonna get picked. I see Daniel Jones being picked as someone's secondary quarterback, but not the starter. No, he might go not to the Commanders. He might go to the Raiders probably because Raiders do need like a secondary quarterback. I see him probably going there.
Hey, still getting paid $40 million out King. He's still getting paid $40 million this year or next year.
Yep,
The contract's guaranteed.
the contract is fact, Jordan. So he's still getting paid, even though how can you see not performing? They need to stop paying each quarterback those type of money. That's what make them not perform.
They getting lazy.
Boy,
Boy.
that's why I got to give Mahomes credit. Mahomes and Lamar, you got to give them credit. Brock Purdy trying to get a deal like that. But let's see how that happens.
Yeah, Josh Allen, he balling too. He might win MVP this year.
Yeah, Josh Allen, Goff.
Yeah.
They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. But them other quarterbacks, forget it.